1, 2,
3,
4, 5,
6.
Have you ever been in the right place at the right time and the stars were perfectly aligned and you have been presented with an opportunity that you just can't say no to? Well, as an education major, this is how my study abroad experience got started. At my new student conference, my advisor was telling me about this professor who has a grant to take his class to Costa Rica, all expenses paid, over Christmas break. He explained that we do the coursework in the fall and then go to Costa Rica after finals were over. So I looked at my parents, it was all expenses paid, and they were like, yes! So I said, okay, I'll go. And when I said yes to the trip, I didn't realize that I was getting myself into one of the best experiences that I've ever had. My professor was Dr. Smith, and his vision for the class was much more than just taking us to Costa Rica. His goal was to get us to broaden our frame of reference, which means open us up to different experiences and different ways that people learn and think in different cultures and get us out of our own personal bubbles and out of our own comfort zone. So once we did all the coursework and got to Costa Rica, it was an amazing experience from the start. We stayed in the heart of the rainforest. So as we were falling asleep, we could hear the rain falling, the monkeys howling, and frogs croaking at night. So it was like falling asleep to a live sound system. Like I said, we were challenged to step out of our comfort zone. We did things like eat raw sugar cane chopped straight down from the field. That tour that we went on, our tour guide carried around a big machete, and he would just chop things off and then pass it around to us to sample. And so I purchased my own machete after the tour, so I'll pass this around for y'all to look at. We also did things like zip line through the jungle. We went to the local market where we got to purchase and sample produce and local Costa Rican things. We visited the Baldy Hot Springs. We hiked up the base of a volcano, and we also hiked through the rainforest. And at the end of our hike, we came up to these two humongous waterfalls that were so breathtakingly beautiful. So that was really cool. And we also did a night hike through the rainforest, which was kind of scary, but also really cool, because when can you do that? We also got to feed alligators and hold baby alligators. So we did a lot of things that you wouldn't normally do. And my professor, Dr. Smith, he told me about a class that was going to Russia over spring break. So it was kind of the same thing. So I got in that class, and my Russian study abroad was much different than my Costa Rica experience, but it was also, very different, but very beneficial in the same way. Russia is so rich in history, so we did a lot of historical things, visited a lot of monuments and museums. We got to go to the local flea market where I purchased a stacking doll, which is a very popular item in the Russian home, so I'll pass this around for y'all to look at. In Russia, we got to see huge palaces owned by great Russian princes and princesses, just floor-to-ceiling solid gold, things you've never seen. We got to go to a nightclub, which was a cool Russian cultural experience. It was different. We went to the Red Square, rode the subway in Moscow. My favorite part was visiting the cathedrals. They were beautiful architecture, and we got to go inside and see Russian locals practicing their religion, which was my favorite part to watch, because it really taught me that people come from all different backgrounds, and these experiences, both from Russia and Costa Rica, taught me that all over the world, people are so different and have their own way of life and own way of doing things, but at the end of the day, we are also very much the same. And having these firsthand experiences will help me in the classroom as a teacher know that kids come from different backgrounds and have different learning styles, and I think understanding this and having this experience will help me be the best teacher that I can be. Thank you.
Aw.